Warning, this show may contain some crude humor and mild swearing. Listener discretion is advised. The show was produced by Geek Happy Network, creators of the very best in audible oracle entertainment. In other words, podcasts. If you enjoy listening to Smörgåsbord, remember to subscribe to the show in Spotify or on your favorite podcast app. Remember to leave a review. We'd love to hear your thoughts. This is Smörgåsbord!
Welcome to Smörgåsbord, a show where we explore the rituals, myths, and all things strange about the world of food. I'm Mick, and here today is...
I'm struggling to stay awake.
Hello, struggling to stay awake.
Angel.
What happened to Angel? Oh, there she is.
I'm here.
So how are things?
I've only had one coffee today.
Oh, right, I was supposed to pour you guys coffee. Okay, well, we have some coffee.
Oh no, we can power through this. Let's go.
Well, power through it. There's a motivation today is we're going to be motivated by coffee. Because today we're talking about bird spit.
Oh, God.
That's it, guys. That's the episode.
That's the episode. Yum.
You could Google the rest.
Spit is not something that I even picture birds ever having.
Yeah, so bird spit is a thing. And people eating bird spit is another thing.
Like juice a bird spit.
I don't know. I guess you grab a bird by its legs and then you squeeze it.
You need like a bigger bird, like a penguin.
Yeah,
right?
but then if it would be hard to grab the two legs of the penguin.
No, then you can just hug it and like squeeze it.
But it might come out the other way. That's not spit anymore.
I don't know. You take your chances, man. You want to eat this
half and half.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could plug up.
The other end. We're not doing that.
Last episode we were a mess. This episode we're a jolly mess. Oh boy.
Well, things are getting worse.
So yeah, drinking bird spit essentially is you grab the legs of a bird, you grab with one hand, the other hand you grab the belly of the bird, and you squeeze up towards the mouth. And then that's how you harvest the bird spit.
Like, is the bird dead by the time you're done squeezing it? Like,
no,
what if
it's like a live bird. So because you need it to make that spitting motion.
Oh well, I mean, like birds are very fragile because they're very tiny.
So like gingerly like push it out. But if
you like push it out too hard, you're gonna snap its neck.
Well, you don't get to the neck because the neck. That's why the bird needs to be alive because it takes care of the neck part. You just squeeze the body to get the.
Yeah, I feel like you can very easily crush a bird. Is what I mean.
Yeah, I guess we should put another disclaimer that none of that was real.
Since you didn't tell me anything about this prior to, this is what I thought.
Yeah, I didn't tell Angel anything about this episode, so I figured we'll just throw something there because this is probably going to come out in April. And we hired a resident lawyer last episode, so now I could throw disclaimers everywhere.
It's okay. She approves.
Yeah. So drinking or eating bird spit is a thing apparently predominantly in Asia, and which has grown popularity as of late and even reaching some areas of North America. I think it's good to remind everybody it's not actually just directly bird spit that we get from this dish. It's actually the spit forms into something and then it becomes a dish. It's common in Asia and it's primarily only from a specific bird, which is the swallow or the swiftlet, which is of the genus Colocali.
They're small, right?
They're tiny, very small.
How much water do you have to force them to drink for them to
That's why it's easy to squeeze it. You just do two fingers. Yeah, so when we talk about drinking bird spit, we don't actually mean being fed by a bird or a bird spitting into an innovator's mouth. But not that this makes it any less strange, we're really talking about eating a bird's nest, specifically from the swiftlet. So the swiftlet itself would use its spit to make the nest, and then you harvest the nest.
Oh.
To make the bird's nest soup, which is the popular dish in Asia.
Right, and you eat the twigs and everything? whatever it chose to make.
Well, so
the
these
nest out of?
swiftlets, they usually live in dark caves, and like similar to bats, they use echolocation and stuff like that to get around. So obviously, when they live in these caves, you don't get as many twigs and leaves and all that. So these birds had to cleverly improvise and use their spit instead to make nests instead of.
So their
using
entire
twigs.
nest is made of spit.
Yeah.
There's no like base material.
No, it's just spit.
Wow.
More or less, pretty much, yeah. Like, I'm sure they, like,
impressed.
digest or something in their mouth that turns... You know how, I guess you could think that a spider's web is essentially
Right.
spider spit.
Okay.
Then I guess in comparison, this would be a swiftlet spit making a swiftlet
Okay.
web. Now,
I guess I just think of it as super liquid.
Yeah, so unlike our spit, which is very watery, the spit of the swiftlet hardens into somewhat of a fibrous substance, which eventually forms into their nests. If you look at it, they look like... What's crawpeck and shrimp crackers? They look like little shrimp crackers.
Okay. Well,
Or
foamy.
like when you have calluses in your hand and you try to rip it off and you get a really big piece off.
Ew.
Yeah, maybe let's stick with the shrimp crackers.
Okay.
Almost, I guess, like how cement works, right? Like it just you spit it out and then it hardens.
It turns
up.
into a thing.
Yeah, we mentioned it probably evolved because of them living in caves and not having twigs and branches available. Because these birds do need to recreate their nests every time, and they're tiny little birds trying to create nests. Harvesting it happens only really 3 to 4 times a year, often during specific times of the bird's life, like when before the eggs are laid or once swiftlets mature. So we don't. There's some level of ecological sensitivity to how we harvest it as humans.
I mean, it just sucks for them to go out, come back. Oh, my house is gone.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Better start spinning.
My house is gone. Oh, look at it. I started a new one.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, also swiftlets are not endangered, and most countries have some level of regulation to minimize the abuse of harvesting these nets. Of course, this doesn't mean abuse does not happen. So,
Of course it
times,
does.
yeah,
Trust no one.
yeah. What also limits the purchases of this nest, because it is, like it is limited in supply, so the demand for it could be super high, but it is also super expensive. So depending on the quality of these nests, it can cost somewhere in the upwards of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars per kilogram of these nests.
Okay. A kilo. I would like a kilo of nest.
Yeah, but still, that's like a small baggie.
Small bag of probably like
Would be like a few $100. The quality of these nests are determined by its color. Common colors of these nests are white, yellow, black, and red. Can you guess which one the worst one is?
red.
Oh, actually, it's the most expensive one.
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know how the grading of this works.
Black's the worst one. But red is the most expensive, then white, all the way until black.
Uh-huh.
The reason red is the most expensive is because it's believed to be the rarest and contain more minerals and nutrients
Okay.
than other things. Some people thought it was because it's red because of the blood, but really it's more just having more minerals and nutrients, I guess.
Yeah, my
interacting
first
with
guess was
spit.
they're chucking up blood. They probably have tuberculosis. Tuberculosis. Not sure if want to eat.
Yeah. Eat only if needed. Black's the worst because it tends to have more impurities like dirt or feathers that make it black.
Ew.
So birds wouldn't have necessarily black spit, and something would have caused it to be black. And it's usually something like dirt or something like that. That's why white is favored over black.
All right.
The reason actually I found out about this was I was listening to Beautiful Anonymous, the podcast, and one of the people they were talking to was this girl who like went home for the holidays, and her grandmother had her cleaning bird spit. So essentially trying to make darker nests a little bit cleaner.
Right.
So you kind of clean it up. There's a process you could do to kind of clean up the nests a little bit to make it more pure. Because, yeah, it does make differences in the dollar side of things when you sell it again.
Oh.
Collecting these nests aren't the easiest of things to do. Like we mentioned, these birds are found in caves, so collectors usually have to climb dangerous heights to grab these nests. And it kind of reminds me of like playing Skyrim, and then you just keep trying to jump up a wall and hope to God there's something there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, all I did was hoard cheese.
Oh.
It's
All I did
Skyrim.
was climb mountains. Like watch The Sound of Music, and I climbed every mountain.
We have our priorities, man.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, I have quests. But then can I sneak it? If I can't...
Can I take the cheese?
I think that's why I kept climbing all the mountains. Because I kept trying to sneak around all the bad guys.
Why didn't you just put your points into sneak?
I did.
Oh.
I think at some point I was like level 59 sneak and like 0 combat.
So if they turn around and punch you in the face, you're done.
Oh, I just run.
Oh, yeah.
I reset the game. I was like, I wonder if I could finish this game and just sneak. I think I got points in my archery thing.
Oh.
So that would help hunting down swiftlets.
Swiftlets.
Yeah.
You can be the nest destroyer.
Yeah. But I don't actually think there is a bird's nest. Is there a bird's nest item in Skyrim? I don't know.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I don't think so. But anyway, so yeah, that's why it's kind of a little bit harder to grab these nests. These birds are small, first of all. Second of all, they're in caves, so we kind of have to get around that. Nowadays, urban nest farms do exist, making the collection process a little bit simpler. So essentially, they're just multi-story homes that have little small caverns for swiftlets to fly and nestle themselves as a home there.
Mm.
Nowadays, urban nest farms do exist, making the collection process much simpler. These essentially are multi-story homes with small caverns for swiftlets to fly and nestle a home. Now, of course, the nests that are collected naturally or collected in these caves do tend to carry a higher price than these pre-made houses. What also adds to the price, like we mentioned, is the cleanliness of the nest. So cleaning the nest is not so simple. You kind of have to remove all forms of debris without trying to damage the nest too much.
Yeah, if it's spit, is it water soluble? You start cleaning it, it's just
it starts melting. Like imagine if you're freaking out, you start
like,
sweating in your hands, so this thing starts melting.
It's gone.
In your
It's
hand.
like cotton candy.
Yeah, exactly. Given the high price of these things, one thing that does occur is counterfeiting. So they would use animal fat or seaweed to kind of recreate these things. Some people say the taste is similar. You just don't get the nutritional benefits if it has any. Why do we harvest all these bird nests?
People are weird.
Yeah, people are weird. And the reason is in Asia they make the dish called bird's nest soup.
People are weird.
Yeah. But do not be fooled. There are also some dishes that use the term bird's nest that aren't actually made out of bird's nest. So one example, like there's things like bird's nest cookies, which really is more
of... those are good.
Yeah.
It's just kind of shaped like a bird's nest.
Exactly. So those ones are more just shaped like bird's nest and don't actually use bird's nest. But the bird's nest soup uses real bird's nests.
Where in Asia?
It's actually mostly in China, but harvested all around Southeast Asia and actually eaten in different parts. So like apparently there's a place in Palawan in the Philippines that do eat it. But generally harvested, I think, is it Myanmar or Malaysia? I think it's Myanmar. So it's generally imported into China nowadays. The dish itself is called yanwo. Yanwo.
I don't even know.
The soup itself, it's called yanwo, YNWO, which is consumed as far back as the Tang or the Ming Dynasty over 1500 years ago. It's mostly consumed in China, but also found in Southeast Asian countries like the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, or Vietnam. Some rough estimates, this is the crazy part, say that this industry is worth about $5 billion.
What? Oh, dang.
That's a lot of swiftlets.
That is a lot.
Saliva.
And a lot of bird spit, yeah. But it is pretty expensive, right? Like, so...
That's a lot of repossession.
Yeah.
Foreclosure. These poor birds.
And I think that's why in that episode I was listening to, the grandma was doing it, because then she could make clean ones and then you could sell it for a few $100 pretty easily.
Or do they sell it to restaurants?
They sell it to some restaurants and some just people too. Because when you actually making bird soup is pretty simple.
And just go home and throw it in some water.
Yep.
All right.
You boil the nest in water, melting the nest into a gelatinous goop.
Oh.
Essentially it. Before serving though, I mean, it depends on how you want to cook it. You could do it like that. You could also just soak the nest. You could also soak the nest overnight in cold water, then boil it in water or chicken stock and cornstarch to give it a little bit more flavor, I guess. Some would also add rock sugar or mix it with warm milk instead, I guess, also to give it some flavor. Now, do make sure to drink it quickly. if you like to drink it warm, because you wouldn't want to microwave this because you would lose most of its health benefits.
Yikes.
So this dish itself is generally consumed for its nutritional and health qualities rather than its flavor. So you also don't really want to boil it in too high a temperature because you might also melt out its nutrients. The best way they generally say to prepare it would be to steam it slowly and then mix it into your warm milk or your water or your sugar or whatever. But yeah, steaming it or boiling it would essentially just melt it into gelatinous goop, like brain.
But better.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Brain spit.
Brain.
What's crazy is what I found recently is in the UAE, they found a new way to serve this bird's nest as a drink called Kim's Genuine Bird's Nest Beverage. Essentially contains bits of the bird's nest and drink with 2 different flavors, rock sugar or ginseng. They're also apparently halal certified.
I'm gonna go with rock sugar.
Yeah, I don't know what ginseng tastes like.
It's like it tastes like a ginger that's gone moldy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is rock sugar just sugar that's clumped together?
Yeah.
Why don't you just call it sugar?
Because it's like rock salt versus salt.
Yeah, but then rock salt should
There's
also only be called
a slightly
salt.
different
No, it's
taste.
not. It's like fine, the confectioner's sugar versus.
All right, we're doing an episode on this: the difference of salt and rock salt, and sugar and rock sugar.
And confectionery sugar.
I'm gonna glob up a bunch of sugar and turn it into rock and see if you guys see the difference.
Yeah, it'll be white.
Oh, damn it! So yeah, like we said, this soup is generally consumed for its health properties. So when it comes to asking if whether it's healthy or not, I guess it is, or at least it's believed to be. Classified as a tonic, so suggested time to consume it would be before meals or on an empty stomach to allow the nutrients to pass through your body, or enter your body rather than pass through your body.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what you want.
Yeah. When it comes to its health benefits, it's believed to boost your sex drive, or libido.
I feel like that's what a lot of Chinese medicine claims to do.
Yeah.
Like, eat this bear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eat these monkeys,
eat this bear.
And hopefully your sex drive.
Eat this. Just at some point, you just gotta stop. Like,
yeah. Like,
if it's your time,
eat
just
this
stop.
bear penis and you'll
be granted penis
grow
powers.
a bear penis. I don't know how that works. I don't think it works that way. It's
I
like
don't know.
that
I don't
blood
think
episode.
so.
You don't drink the blood so the blood enters your system. You just put the blood directly into your blood vein.
Yeah.
So you would just put the bear penis right into your
penis
area.
You just shove it up your dick hole.
I was thinking more just replacing, but okay. You could just shove
You
a bear
have to
dick
consume
up
it.
Yeah. I feel like just shoving it up your pee hole would be better than eating a bear dick if you want. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not a sex doctor, so. If anyone's a sex doctor, let us know if shoving a bear dick will help your sex drive more than eating a bear dick.
Up your dick.
Wait, like an animal bear or like a bear dick?
I mean, it could be either.
Yeah.
Instructions not clear.
Either a bear's dick or a bear dick.
But see if you can also eat bird's nest and get super Viagra.
Yeah, true.
Like, do you really need to shove any part of a bear?
Yeah. Or like, do you really need to wait till it's a nest? Can you just swap saliva with a bird and boost your sex drive? Like, have a swiftlet by your bed. Be like, make out with that bird and then go have sex with your wife.
I was very anti-sex drugs. Like, if your time is up, just stop.
Yeah.
You can have hobbies. You can have hobbies that's not f***ing. You can learn to knit.
And I've met enough people in my life who are like, what are hobbies?
I just fap all day.
How do you do that?
No, make your hands useful for something else.
Yeah.
You can cross stitch. You can knit.
That's true.
You can do spirograph.
Yeah. Well,
which
maybe
is really fun.
Maybe it will help for those too. Maybe it helps with your hobbies, not just your sex drive.
I fucking hope so because I like hobbies.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, why wait till the bird makes a nest? Just make out with a bird then. Like, you know, you and your partner have 2 birds beside your bed.
Each make out with one bird.
Make out with a bird. Yeah, each make out with one bird and then go make out with each other.
Or you can,
This is a weird porno.
you can grab it by the legs.
Yeah.
Squeeze it.
Yeah. Grab by the legs. Squeeze it. And then There you go. Instant sex. That's how it works, right?
This is how you renew a marriage, for sure.
Is that why they let doves out during weddings?
So
So
it's
you
for
could
later, so
Chase
you
the
can...
bird, or the bird can come back to you when your sex
And
drive
then-
is gone after marriage?
Yes, precisely.
Oh,
Yes.
I should be an anthropologist.
Yes, I am a doctor. I know this.
What's that? Oh, Miss Giddens wanted us to tell you, the audience, that disclaimer, Angel's not actually...
No shit.
Yeah. So yeah, when it comes to health benefits, the bird nest soup is believed to boost your sex drive and also help with cell growth.
I can get behind that. It's
Is
good
that
to
just
have
the same
cells.
thing for guys? Like,
No.
boost
I
your
mean,
sex drive and help grow your...
Cells can be any part of your body.
True.
It's like, oh, you have dry flaky
So it's like
skin,
a lottery?
You know. You
Is that why you have to
make
eat
more
like a ton
skin
of the
cells.
soup? Because then you don't know where the cells are going to go. It's like
It's
you level up in a game and you don't know what stats you're going to get.
Could be.
It's like,
You could
ooh,
eat
I-
a bird nest and then you have a new ear.
It's like, I hope it's my penis, not my belly.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. It's my left leg. It's like that time, I think I was in a bar once and a guy came in. His left arm was legitimately bigger than his right arm. And then he's like, you know why my left arm's bigger than my right arm? And I'm like, dude, I really don't want to know why. And he's like, oh, because I really love Nicki Minaj. I'm just like,
Okay.
I want to stop thinking about this, but I can't. And now I'm in a very dark place.
So the information is there
Yeah.
for you to have.
So that guy must have had so much bird nest soup
Oh my god.
that he was just horny all day.
He's imagining Nicki Minaj
That he fapped
spitting into
his
mouth.
left hand into ginormous sizes.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, he's a skinny dude, but his bicep was like as big as mine. It was
That's
very
impressive.
disturbing. It was, yeah.
He never even it never occurred to him to switch arms.
No. I was just trying to see if it was like a prosthetic or something, but it was like legitimately just a bigger arm.
Man, it's
Well.
a lot of steps.
There's a lot of steps.
It's a lot of Nicki Minaj videos.
Yeah. You can just put it on repeat.
True. I guess, yeah, if he's the kind of guy who, yeah.
If he had hobbies such as video editing, he could have clipped all the best clips together.
Yeah. But instead, he was an innovator.
Sure.
That's just what I call idiots. Innovators. Can't remember what episode we did that on, but...
The last one, I think.
Oh, the cheese rolling
The cheese
one.
one, yeah.
We gotta make a shirt of that.
The innovator.
Yeah.
And just have a cheese.
It's like, yeah, it's a you cross out idiot, and it's just innovator.
That is cute.
According to the research into the properties of the bird's nest, it does contain the following: water-soluble protein, calcium, phosphorus, iron, sodium, potassium, amino acids, and some hormones, which I guess is why it increases your sex drive.
It's like minute bird hormones.
Yeah, well,
You know, yeah.
some people just need minute things from minute things.
To compensate for their shortcomings.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh man, we gotta do a third episode now. The protein is the main nutrient though in it, which helps with healing muscles, and it also helps boost your immune system. The bird's nest also contains properties which can help with skin and tissue repair. So I guess it's essentially like eating brain without the cholesterol. Better brain.
That is better brain, yeah. Cholesterol's baddie.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about with brain, just listen to our last episode about brain.
Brain.
Or don't, it was really bad.
Brain.
We were really out of it that day.
That day, which is also today.
Which is also today. Now, there are also other claims that can help with... there are also other health claims, apparently, with this bird's nest soup, like keeping you young or anti-cancer, or again, the thing about the sex drive. I haven't found any research to suggest that this actually has any causational relationship to it. It might just be caused by the general health of being richer than most people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because, yeah, the soup itself is pretty expensive, so you'd assume people who have more money are generally healthier than other people. Or it could also just be the bird's nest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say it's just being richer than most. for me, the most important question is whether or not the soup is actually good or not. And with that comes the most disappointing part of this. The soup itself comes out super thick and gelatinous. It's almost like that egg soup you find in Chinese restaurants, but without the flavor.
Oh.
The thickness is
Gross.
mostly from the cornstarch usually, then the saliva as well. And of course, the saliva does contribute to the gelatinous texture. But when it comes to flavor, it seems like it doesn't really have a lot of taste. Some people would just compare it to saying having a semi-seasoned chicken noodle soup.
So white people dinner.
Yeah, essentially. It's
All
like
right.
white people dinner, but by Asians. I don't know what is it about rich people and doing bland things, but this is one of it, I think. It seems. I'm going to pay a lot of money for the blandest thing in the menu book.
But it's okay because it's spit.
Yeah. I'm going to pay hundreds of dollars for spit.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I will pass on that
There's a
one.
hard pass on me for this one. But I mean, Kim's genuine bird's nest beverage, though.
Yeah, that
So
rock
down.
sugar.
Rock sugar flavor. Maybe throw a little bit of real sugar.
Rock sugar is real sugar. It's just rockier.
Regular sugar.
Less
Grainy
rocky
sugar.
Pebble sugar.
Yeah. Mix it with some
Boulder sugar.
other spit. Make a spit and sugar concoction.
It's like bubble tea, but not at all.
And then serve it in a coconut shell.
With a little umbrella.
Yeah. There you go. Then I might be convinced to drink this thing. But for now, I'm going to pass on this $200 dish.
Yeah, if I had $200, it would not be going towards anybody's spit.
No, yeah. Anyway, that's the episode. What's in your palate later?
Later, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be eating more today. I do have work tomorrow, which means
Ooh, nice.
bringing full Tupperwares of catering home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do for our next episode. Maybe we do a Hawaiian video episode.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get some of our friends and have Hawaiian pizza. And see once and for all whether or not Hawaiian pizza is good pizza
It's good.
or not.
It's good pizza.
The quest to find a good Hawaiian pizza.
Okay, a good one might be harder.
Yeah, see.
Okay. Ooh. And that's end on that ominous note.
All right. Goodbye.
This is Smörgåsbord. Have a food-related ritual, myth, or something strange you want us to explore? Send us a message through Facebook at Geek Happy Network. We'd love to hear from our fellow foodie listeners. And while you're there, remember to subscribe or follow us too. This show was created by Angel Lynn and Mick Narciso, hosted by Angel Lynn and Mick Narciso, editing by Mick, and logo by Angel. Come give us a listen at geekhappynetwork.com or look for us on your favorite podcast app. Oh, and be sure to follow us on Facebook or Instagram at Geek Happy Network.